I'm just going to go through these relatively quickly that we have. I appreciate all the other commentaries from folks in the in-depth part of this. I feel a little bit guilty. Seems like we have quite a few things going on in Ohio that affects everyone else. Of course, the emerald ash borers became a mainstay, unfortunately, in the Ohio region. We are still going through as far as the movement of firewood and working hand in hand with our Asian longhorn beetle and all other types of movement of firewood. Any wood that we can control or whatever, we definitely do. Some of the questions that's asked from us now in Ohio is there any financial assistance for homeowners with infested ash trees? And the answer is no. And we do use that a lot of times to go hand in hand with our ALB program. You know, there was people at one time that had some resistance that wanted help with ash trees, and now they're on their own because they didn't want to cooperate with the removal. So that definitely comes into place. As far as the ash trees being removed for firewood, we definitely do our best there to keep it local. We have a compliance agreement throughout the state with anyone that does remove trees. We try to educate them and so forth on the movement of firewood. We still get numerous calls on a daily basis where we go out and look at any infestations that are suspected EAB. We do have a few counties that's not confirmed. The Hemlock woolly Adelgid, we are still very much on the lookout for that. State quarantines, as we all know, is a small number, but yet is a potential problem throughout. As far as the survey part of it, we do not have a set program when we're going out through looking. Of course, everyone that's out involved in it, we definitely keep things moving as far as anything that's brought to our attention, anything of that nature as far as the Hemlock woolly Adelgid. Gypsy moth, I want to thank the presenter yesterday covered gypsy moth survey, quarantine areas, slow to spread. She did an excellent job. I appreciate that immensely. Again, I don't want to take everybody's time away and go through the basic history of it that we've already talked about, and she talked about it herself. But as you can see, our counties in Ohio has done a tremendous job as far as holding the spread back. Dave Atkins is our manager. It's over that program and has done a tremendous job with these trapping system and applications as far as pheromones and the whole program in general. The slow to spread program, I can't stress enough. I heard a couple folks today even reference that into other problems we have, and that definitely proved to be effective in Ohio and keeping it from moving west. We're education-wise, firewood movement, we work hand in hand. One thing that we've noticed, and I'm sure the rest of you have came across it too, but regulatory-wise, your power companies that utilize, most of them go out to independent contractors now. We have Lewis is a big one, Davies a big one in Ohio. What we do is our inspectors will actually stop trucks, see where they come from. If they've came out of a quarantined area moving south, whenever we have a big storm come through or potential big line clearing projects, we'll send out our regulatory folks to inspect those trucks, because they'll bring a lot of equipment in from out state or from other states, or when they leave one of our quarantine areas, whether it be gypsy moth, Asian longhorn beetle, whatever it may be, we get out and we try to inspect their trucks before they leave. We have our compliance agreement, of course, right on laptops where we go to the field and train new groups coming in. So as far as the regulatory part of that, we try to work hand in hand to keep that down. New equipment being brought into an area. Of course, we all know Gypsy Moth and its ability to hitchhike on equipment is very pertinent. So that's the reason why we do so much regulatory there. Again, yesterday, she used these slides yesterday to show what's happening as far as the trapping for Gypsy Moth. Still standard procedure for Ohio also. Walnut twig beetle. I know that is a big one that everybody's concerned with. Our folks from Indiana, I know they're concerned on that. The one thing that we want to stress is that we're Dan Kenny, my superior, he is working right now. I didn't get a chance to talk to him, but as far as getting the official quarantine on Butler County, finalizing our procedure. Hopefully we'll try and get that out even before the first of the year yet, what our steps are going to be in exact quarantine and so forth. So that's definitely something we're working on hard to get. Our trapping aspect there, again, it was brought to our attention by one of the inspectors, so it's something that we all talked about, but training so many times, unless it's brought to our attention, we won't find these problems till it's already to a point it's hard to control. It was 2012. We started doing the visual surveys. 85, set out 28 traps at high-risk sites throughout Ohio. ODNR helped us a lot doing that. We're sent to Colorado State University for confirmation. Confirmation was received that 8 walnut twig beetles had been detected and the specimens sent. And that was from Butler County. Quarantine hold was placed on all walnut material at the site that was detected. We stopped movement just as soon as we did have verifications. We worked with the business to set up fumigate and processes for quarantine material right off the bat. We didn't wait till very many days at all till we got that set up with them, so we're really confident as far as movement of material there was taken care of. Initial survey of logs surrounding areas out to 1 mile radius. Pulled samples of nearby walnuts in decline and attempted to rear out insects and isolate fungus. Nothing was found on that first attempt. Trapping in 2013, 27 traps around initial detection site. 11 caught at least 1 walnut twig beetle. And we also set traps out statewide with all negative. The only positive traps was right there where the red is in Butler County. 2013, we went and symptomatic trees nearby neighborhoods. We did have one homeowner reported a tree. One trap at this site yielded 100 of the beetles. And again, that was brought to us by the homeowner, made the initial contact, and we followed up. Worked the samples to isolate the fungus. In response, deployed more traps in the area. We tried to delimit. We placed 100 traps in a zone between 5 and 10 miles from the original detection site. Traps were deployed 6 to 8 weeks. Again, trap detection, the only thing that was found was right on the initial site. And then as you can see, the star off to the right was where the homeowner brought the positive tree to our attention. 2013 branches collected. The TCD fungus was detected. Confirmation of TCD in Ohio. Again, as far as working toward the quarantine, push forward the rule in May of 2012 took effective September 2012. Currently amending the rule to add Butler County and other newly detected areas if need to be. Again, closely monitoring the regulations of other Midwestern states. Restrictions, importation of walnut material from infested areas on county level. Allowance for compliance agreements. Again, it's something that we go on a daily basis to try to follow up. I know as far as going back to the original root mass, original detection, or the original spot for the walnut log, it's almost impossible. In Ohio, we do have a lot of walnut logs, but again, it's on a farm basis. It's not really in large groves, or so you could have a guy that could be out harvesting oak logs. Maybe he'll come across 1 or 2 walnut logs on that farm, and that's how a lot of them is processed. Again, anything coming through infested areas are restricted. Can be done under a compliance agreement. Mitigated as far as fumigation, heat treatments, compliance agreement systems required, fumigation and other safeguards, times, limits, closed trailers, and an important importation of material. Butler County, originally Walnut would need to have a treatment applied, fumigant, kiln dried, steaming, and be under compliance agreement to be moved out. It would need to comply with destination and transiting state requirements. Some states require certification of Ohio walnut from any origin. Again, contact ODA for specific scenarios. The one thing I would just stress, if any questions on regulatory items, and the reason why I didn't put the Asian longhorn beetle up there, I'll just take a minute and talk about that. But a lot of these other projects and so forth are handled more directly out of our Reynoldsburg office. So please note, I've got some business cards and stuff, and I can definitely take your concerns back and so forth. But Dave Atkins, Dan Kenny work a lot more direct with these other programs than what I do.